everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be working on a dog or cat sweater. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be working on an extra small dragon scale pet sweater. So it'll fit up to a 4-pound dog. Okay. So today I am using Cozy Yarn by Mainstays. It is a 4-ply medium weight yarn. And it's white. We are also using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. You're going to need a darning needle or a yarn needle, and you will need a pair of scissors. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start by crossing our yarn, and we are going to chain 40. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, halfway there, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We are going to go to that very first chain we made without twisting our chain. We're going to slip stitch into that first chain. Okay. Then we are going to chain up 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to work on, in each chain around, we are going to do half double crochet. So let me show you how to do this. Yarn over, into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. That is a half double crochet. Now that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So don't count that. And I want you to go all the way around. You should end up with 40 stitches, not counting the chain 2. Do that and meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 40 stitches around. So now we are going to slip stitch in the top of the chain 3. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a double crochet in that same spot. So yarn over into the spot where you just did up your chain 3 and your slip stitch. Through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2. And now we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. Just 1 double crochet. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2. And now we're putting 2 double crochets in this stitch. In the same stitch. Chain 2. Skip 2. 1 double crochet into this stitch. I want you to keep going until you get to the other side. Now on the other side you should end up with 1 double crochet. Okay, so do that, meet me back. If you're not ending up with 1 double crochet, just wait for me and well, you're not going to be waiting, but just unpause this and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm around to the other side. So I've done my 2 So now I chain 2, skip 2. We're going to do 1 double crochet here, chain 2, even though you only have 1 stitch left, okay? We're going to make it work. Okay, we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're working down the side of this post. So we're going to do a double crochet, yarn over, around the post, pull through 2 loops, through 2 loops. We're going to do that again around the same post. We're going to put 3 more double crochets because that chain 3 counts as 1. Okay, so this is what we've got. We're going to chain 1, and now we're going to do 4 double crochets up this post. So 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. And this is what you just did. This is one of our dragon scales. So now I'm going to take this and we're just going to slip stitch into the top of this single double crochet, this like 1 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to go reach for the next post and we're going to place 4 double crochets into there. 1 along the side of it. We're going down this post. 2, 3, 4, chain 1, turn your work, and now we're going up the other side. 1, so the other post. 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to just slip stitch into the top of that double crochet. And you're going to keep repeating. You're going to do this all the way around until you get to the other side and then meet me back. Okay, so now we're to the other side and here's what I want you to do. So far we've been slip stitching into the single double crochet, but this time we're going to catch the corner of this scale and then we're going to slip stitch through all 3. We're going to chain up 3 and we're going to put a double crochet in that same space. Okay, then we're going to chain 2. We're going to put 1 double crochet in the space for this scale. We're going to chain 2. We're going to put 2 double crochet into this. See, it's the 1. And we're going to just continue like this around. So chain 2, 1 double crochet in the middle of the scale. Chain 2, 2 double crochets in the double crochet from the previous row. Okay, so do that around. Meet me back. Okay, so we're coming around to the other side. So we're just going to slip stitch into that chain 3. And now, just like our previous row, we're going to start working our scales. We'll be working, this will have chain 3, and that counts as a double crochet, and then we'll put 3 more down along this post. Then we'll chain 1 and we'll put 4 up along the next post. So we're going to do this until we have 5 rows of scales, okay? So say we've got 1 and now we're going to start placing the second row. So then I would do a chain 1 here and then I do 4 double crochets up this side, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do this until we have 5 rows of dragon scales, and then we're going to meet back. So that's 1 row here, and this is our second round of scales. So you've always got to make this row that we attach our scales to. So do that until you have 5 rounds of scales and meet me back. Okay, so I slip stitched into this post. So now we're going to chain up 2. We are going to start working in half double crochets like we did at the base here, like down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the back. We're going to yarn over. Now into this stitch, pull through. Oh, I didn't go through the whole stitch. Make sure you go through the whole stitch. Pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. So we know that it's 2 chains and then our scale here, and then 2 chains and just a single double crochet, and then 2 chains. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing that up is because it helps us. We're picking up 20 stitches, and so it helps us know where to pick up the stitches. Okay, so yarn over, we're going into the next stitch. So this is the chain part. Okay, and then yarn over, we're going right in the center of that scale. So that's 3, and then we're going to do 4 and 5 into those chains. 6 is going to be through all this mess, and we pull up. That's 6. We want to pick up 20. 7, 8, 9 goes right in the center of that scale. 9, 10, 11, 12 goes through all this mess. That's 12, 13, 14, 15 goes in the middle of that scale. 16 is a chain. 17 is a chain. 18 is into the single double crochet. And then 19 is the chain. And 20 is the chain. Now I have been crocheting for many years, and you know what? I still go and count my stitches. So we want to have 20 stitches. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we need 1 more. See, this is why we count them. So 1 more will go right in the center of that scale. So we want 20, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So there we have it. So now that counts as your first row of the half double crochet. We want a total of 6 to make up the back, okay? So this counts as 1. We're going to go back and forth on these stitches with half double crochets always 20 stitches, not counting the chain 2 as a stitch, for 6 rows. Do that and meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 6 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I am going to cut my yarn, and very loosely I'm going to put my tail through my loop. Very loose. See how loose that is? It's just so it doesn't unravel. Okay, now taking your yarn and going back to the stitches we didn't do in this hole here, we're going to pull our yarn through, and I hold it at the back, and then we're going to chain 2. And just like before, we're going to pick up 20 stitches. So we'll go here. Come on. This will be 1, and it's all half double crochet again. 1, 2, and then we're going to pick up all this and go around it. 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to go in the middle of that scale. 6, 7 is one of the chains. 7, 8 is one of the chains. 8, 9 is around all of it into that double crochet. 9, 10 is into one of the chains. 10, 11, 12 is into the center of that scale. 12, 13 is a chain. 13, 14 is a chain. 14, 15 is into that double crochet around the scales. 15, 16 is a chain. 17 is a chain. 18's in the middle of that scale. 19 is a chain, and 20 is that last chain. But just in case we messed up with our counting, we're going to double count. So the chain 2 at the beginning doesn't count as a stitch. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and the chain 2 doesn't count. Okay, so we're good. So this is the chest of the sweater, okay? So what we do is we decrease at each end of the row so that your pet doesn't have all that bulk around its chest and in between its legs. So to do a decrease, we're going to chain up 2, turn our work. Now, decrease. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through. Yarn over into the next stitch, pull through. You're going to have 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Yarn over, go through all 5 loops. That turned 2 stitches into 1. Now this row is going to have a total of 18 stitches. So this counts as 1. We're going to count to 17, and then the last 2 stitches will be turned into 1 to make 18. 3, 4, 5. I just want to show you another decrease. 6. If you have found this tutorial to be helpful in any way, please hit that like button. It just helps me get in front of more people who enjoy crocheting, so that would help me out. And the more people who like my things, the more tutorials I'm going to do, right? So I lost count because I was talking. But I'm going to keep going and then I'll count. I'll keep going till I think I'm at my last 2. And then I'll count them. Okay. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So there's my chain 2, and that's, 17. Okay, so 17. So that means these next 2 stitches we're turning into 1. So yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over into that next stitch, pull through. We have 5 loops, 2, 4, 5 loops. Yarn over, go through all 5 loops. Chain up 2, and you're going to go right into a decrease. I'll show you one more time. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, yarn over into the next stitch, pull through, 5 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, go through all 5 loops. Now, decrease on each end of the row until you're down to 10 stitches, and then meet me back. Okay, so I'm down to 10 stitches. So now what you're going to do is you're going to reach across to the chain 2, and in the top chain of the chain 2, you are going to slip stitch, and you're going to chain up 2. Make your loop big, and now we're going to where I told you to do your thread, but do it really loose. We're going to pull that out. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to reach to the chest part, to the top of the chain 2. And we're going to slip stitch into that chain 2. And then we're going to pull our tail through our loop. And we're going to pull tight this time. And I just tuck it down the center so it's out of our way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 rounds of half double crochet. So you should have 30 stitches, okay? So we'll get 10 from the chest. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to skip that and we're going to go straight into the next stitch. So this will be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2. So 1, 2, sorry, little too close, got blurry there. Okay, and then we're going to chain up 2, and then we're going to do another round. So that counted as round 1. You're going to do 2 more and meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 3 rounds. for the neck. I'm going to slip stitch. There we go. We are going to cut our yarn. Pull your tail through your loop. And that's it, guys. It is made. So this is the chest. This is the back. I'm going to put some buttons, but you could also do an applique. You could do an iron-on transfer, like a patch transfer, not just a thin one like a final, but you'd want to do like a proper patch. You could do, you know, some embroidery, or you could just leave it plain. You know, whatever you like, but isn't that adorable? Now, just keep in mind, this is to fit a dog or cat that's around about 3, maybe 4 pounds. It wouldn't fit a dog any bigger than that, or a cat bigger than that. Yeah, and it's meant to be a top. It's not meant to go like all the way down to their tail. It's just supposed to go to the rib cage. To the bottom of the rib cage. Isn't it adorable? I just love it. So I would love to hear where you're watching from. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, hit the like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Bye now. Oh, one more thing. Check the description. I put all kinds of goodies in my description. So yeah. Hide your threads, which I have tutorials for, which I will also link in the description. And you're done. Bye now.